No shake. I told y'all niggas I was coming. Here I is, boy. Yep. Here I is, boy. Here I is, what happened to Piccolo? Here I is, boy. I got a white spot for dimes and nicks, trap spot for selling bricks. Hold that script and give me flow. I got this master plan to get by, ain't trying to get over. It's time to do me. Deleting is over. I took a horse to a race, couldn't make him drink. So I picked out the scale. Crabs in the bucket. I sleep with both eyes open. Niggas can't be trusted. It's the octopus husk. Catch the turkeys with the mustard. Ain't no back door, front doors get knocked down. Money be my motor. Want an issue, we can go down. And that's how I sound. Whoever want a toe tag. 22 your stomach, that's a guaranteed shit bag. Talking out your neck, eating steak through a straw. And your dog can get it too, cause the clip hold a few. Jump on the dick, this Chevy outside. Wanna drive over, nigga, we can buy it. Guess what, nigga, you can get it right now. You can get it right now. Yep, you can get it right now.
Welcome to Gettin Rich Off Mondo. My name is Edward Randall. I'll be your host. And today, we will be discussing the Los Angeles Lakers. And as they rebuild and get ready to be run by Magic and Pelinka, they're going to bring the Lakers back to prominence. They're going to bring them back to greatness. Now, the Lakers, I know that they went through a lot with Genie versus the Bus Brothers, which is probably the reason why they weren't able to get a lot done in the very beginning. Oh, well, since the father passed. You know, it's been rough because I don't understand how Kupchak and the Bus Brothers, I don't understand their logic. It's like they just really didn't care. Like for them, 8 to 5 means 8 to 5. We don't discuss the Lakers after 5 o'clock, but we do remind everyone at the bar that we own them. So, I don't think that there was a lot of think tank type activity happening behind the scenes when they were in charge. So, I think they had an agreement with Jeannie where they had a certain amount of years to get it together. If I'm not mistaken, that she had given them 2 or 3 years. And then after that run, she took over. But then they didn't want to release it. So therefore, they had their internal battling where they were trying to remove her from the board of governors for the Los Angeles Lakers. Her and the other sister, trying to get them out. They were trying to overtake, you know, lawyer style, not my crew will meet your crew on Santa Monica Boulevard and shoot it out, but we're going to do it the legal way. We're going to sneak you like a snake and serve you, but she was prepared like a smart woman would be when dealing with men. She was prepared and ready for what they thought was a tactical advance on the Lakers, which turned out to get them removed instead. Bring in Magic Johnson now. Now, Magic already coached those Lakers, and it didn't work. You know, but it's been 20 years plus, so people have forgotten his failures involving the Lakers, along with the abrupt retirement. But we're not going to talk about that. We're talking about the present and the positive. Now, Magic has got that touch. He knows what to do. He's better talent evaluator, but not a good coach. So we're going to forget he ever done that. Now, I think that the Lakers are very, very lucky that Phil ain't there. I guess when they went to Phil's house and said, hey, do you want to coach the Lakers? And he's like, well, you know, I was asleep. You woke me up, but I guess I'll coach them. I ain't going on no road games, though. I just coach them at home. So I was like, oh, really? Okay. We'll call you in the morning. And then they announced whoever, I forget the guy's name, Dan Antoni, come in. Dan Antoni didn't have a Harden. And Dan Antoni was removed, I think, a few years, or he didn't have a head coaching job before he took over in Houston. So Los Angeles dodged that bullet. I don't think Phil is interested in doing anything except collecting checks, which is what he's doing in New York, right? We're just going to come in. I'm going to put my hands over my ears while you talk and go la 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 when you're talking to me. And then we'll see what happens. So maybe you were telling me that the fuse box is going to catch fire in the next 8 hours if we don't turn the power off and replace it. But I'm going to put my hands over my ears while you're talking. The Phil Jackson approach to communication. So they dodged that bullet. No Phil Jackson, plus Magic Johnson, plus, and now Rob Pelinka, the general manager, plus. Okay, now I'm going to come back to Rob because I want to discuss the next possible problem for the Los Angeles Lakers, which would be the ball circus. Don't draft this kid. I mean, can you just imagine the mess that's going to come with this? Like majority of the time playing at home in your city that you grew up in on this level, right? Because it seems like they've been trying to come up off of everybody in every situation. Just because the son doesn't say anything doesn't mean he's not thinking it. I don't look at people's children as being innocent, or these children. They're playing into it and they're feeding into it in the background. They're the ones that keep him going. This guy would just be a drag on the Lakers. All of the things that he says, I've already discussed in previous episodes how I feel about him. He's a distraction in the biggest way possible. Instead of him just, getting his car brochure and, telling his son, yeah, I'd like to have a little $200,000-$300,000 house built right here. Instead of him saying that, he wants to run the show. The boy is grown. He's grown. But you're running around holding his hand like he's 3, y'all, like you're in Walmart. But that's not what's happening. The Lakers don't need a circus. They could use him in Minnesota or Orlando, where they need a circus. Maybe even Philadelphia, where they need a circus. Los Angeles doesn't need the Ball family. Period. I mean, have you went online and watched the Daddy's 2 clips? He shouldn't have a mic in front of him from any fucking network after those clips surface. I don't even understand how they even take him serious. I mean, fuck. If that's the case, then I can jump up and say I'm better than Michael Jordan. Somebody give me a fucking trading card for $60. I don't even play sports, but I want a trading card. I mean, really? Really? And all 3 of the sons seem to have a broken shot. Their shot seems to be broken. I mean, the ones that are in high school, what team do they play on? What team? Okay, you play with your brother, Y'all play at prep schools, not the inner city schools. That right there says a lot. That's a red flag. If you ain't getting it in the hood, you ain't getting it. If you can't play with the homies from the way, not at a prep school where you're playing with children who have futures beyond sports. Beyond sports. So you put them at a white school to play with the white kids. Don't pass the white kids the ball. And then you want me to buy a $500 shoe from somebody who hasn't played one game in the NBA. What does that mean? Really, what does that mean? To me, it means hustle. To me, it means shady. He's hustling. $300 flip-flops, $500 shoes. Before the shoes, I want $1 billion for the rights to all three of these boys in a shoe contract apparel situation. Then they told him to get the fuck out of my office. And 2 days later, here's my son's shoe, which he didn't wear to the Lakers tryout because he probably can't. And the kids, the other 2 kids, they're not going to be able to wear the shoe when they go to UCLA because UCLA already has a sponsor for shoes. You don't want another scenario like when Michael Jordan's son was playing basketball at one of those colleges in Florida, refused to wear the shoes that were issued, wore Jordans instead, and the school lost the sponsorship. And then he quit school. So they're not going to be able to wear the shoe. And I don't even really know if he'd be able to wear it on a team that he was drafted to. I mean, who knows? I mean, it's an ugly shoe. He wore some Hardens when he tried out for the Lakers. I'd pass on him. I swear I'd pass on him because the Lakers have a secret weapon that nobody's talking about. And I'm fixing to tell you what the secret weapon is when I get through talking about the Ball family and why the Lakers should pass on this scenario. If you want a circus, you can get one in your backyard in an instant with a phone call. If the Lakers or the Laker management or Magic and them felt the need. I don't see Magic buying into the hype. I don't even think they want that around. I mean, you have to figure out too that this guy, the league is going to be after him because all the shit his daddy talk. I'm better than Michael. My son's better than Curry. Then he goes out there and scores 8 points and then 2 points for a total of 10 while the other guy scored 30 plus for UCLA when they played in the tournament. Now, it seems like to me them boys all got broke shots. And some trading card gave the daddy a $60 card and he doesn't even play anything. We have no interest in this man at all. Now, let's get back to these Lakers. The secret weapon that the Lakers have is their new GM, Rob Pelinka, who was Kobe's agent before he was employed by the Lakers. And everybody was crying when he got the job, talking about they ain't call no black folks. So fucking what? We are rebuilding the Lakers, not trying to put a black face in every single scenario whenever there's a coaching or any kind of thing. I mean, really. I'm going to tell you why. and what the advantage is. Not only was Pelinka the agent to Kobe, but I'm just looking at some of the other players here that he was agent for. You got Carlos Boozer, Chris Bosh, Avery Bradley, Kobe, of course, Dante Exum, Channing Frye, Eric Gordon, James Harden, Buddy Hield, Andre Iguodala, let's see, Corey Maggette, OJ Mayo, Shabazz Napier, Dion Waiters, just to name a few. Now, I'm not saying that is the A++ of the NBA, but what you got is somebody who's well respected as an agent. And now he is the general manager of probably one of the top 3 biggest shows in the game, the Lakers. Now, from what I've been reading, Pelinka kind of has an understanding that we don't have time to invest in Lonzo Ball and build him while he talking about he gonna be a leader. Right. That's what I'm waiting on. That is what I'm waiting on. Somebody who lets their daddy drag him around by his hand, talk all kind of shit, don't open his mouth, but he's ready to lead the Lakers. Really? That's hilarity. That's funny to me. Now, some of the free agents that are out there. You got CP3. You got Paul George. And eventually, LeBron James. Along with a couple of standouts like Blake Griffin, Serge Ibaka, Andre Iguodala, and Nerlens Noel from Philly fame down there wasting away in Maverick land. Now, as I sit here and look at LeBron James's career stats versus Jordan, they're all the same as Jordan or a little bit better. But we all know what the end result is. Kind of different paths, can we say? Now, I feel like CP3 rather has just been wasting away playing for the Clippers. The Clippers were smoke and mirrors. Oh, we dunking. Oh, it's alley-oop city. Great. You got a center that can't even be on the floor in the fourth quarter and doesn't really score. He's what Tristan Thompson should be. A beast on the boards, a shot blocker. Could you imagine if he played for Cleveland? That would be pretty serious. But there's PG-13 out there too. You know, Larry Bird screwed up the Pacers and just eased on into the sunlight. At least he knows when to go. At least he left. At least he said, hey, I messed this up, so I'm going to ease on and let somebody else come in here and fix this. And I don't think PG-13 made the All-Star team, so they can't give him the max amount. Them being the Pacers. So on ESPN.go, oh, the Cavaliers is going to go after Paul George. Okay, guess what? Why in the fuck would he want to come to Cleveland and play whatever string to LeBron when he can go to Los Angeles and be one of the creators on helping making the Lakers great again. Not Cleveland. Cleveland's done. The Cleveland era is over. 1 for 3. They went 3 years in a row. They won 1. And you know, ESPN, I don't fuck with them because they're just on some imaginary shit. They're like, oh, it takes 9 All-Stars, 2 MVPs, 2 Olympic people, and this and that to beat 1 LeBron. Now, I don't remember seeing LeBron out there playing by his motherfucking self. There are 4 other people and 14 people, including everybody on the bench. So he ain't out there by his fucking self. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous talk. So I guess they'll say that LeBron is better than Jordan because he ain't got a divorce yet. Yeah, let's whip that into the stats. But who wouldn't want to see LeBron in a Lakers jersey? I mean, he's got to go someplace else. That shit in Cleveland's over with. They stacked up with Smith, Shumpert, and damn Tristan Thompson. What the hell you gonna get? Then you got Corver and all them. That shit's a mess, man. Now, when it comes to King James, CP3, and PG-13, we can get rid of everybody. I mean, the current roster for the Lakers: Nick Young, Enos, Randall, Russell, Nance Jr., Brewer, Dang, Mozgov, Clarkston, Black, Ingram, Robinson. So we've already heard Magic say that Brandon Ingram is untouchable. That makes sense. And I think that D'Angelo Russell messed up his own thing with the Swaggy P tapes, because that says that you're not thinking. You're thinking about something else, right? Like everybody wants to fuck the same girl. You off on some other shit while you running around recording shit and sending it to people on your teammate, causing strife in the locker room, causing all types of shit. Then you had Julius Randle break his leg in his first game. It just hadn't worked. I mean, what the expectations were. Then you got, you know, Nance Jr., you got Mozgov. I mean, there's a lot of pieces that the Lakers need. But I think that they're far better than New York. I'm kind of comparing the two. Like, let's just say the Lakers and the Knicks had a fight, but they both got knocked out. But the Lakers are finna get up, and New York ain't. New York is a mess. I know everybody's happy that Phil is that way and not here, because none of this would be happening if Phil was running the show. It wouldn't. So, I mean, just looking at some of the people that are on his, that he's been an agent for, I mean, how do we know that Chris Bosh is all the way done? I mean, I know he probably shouldn't play, but he wants to play. He's 33. He's got 13 years in. And Avery Bradley, shooting guard. I mean, Dante Exum, he's down in the D-League. What happened? Shannon Fry, a good off the bench, solid guy. He's only 11 years in, but he's 34. Eric Gordon, James Harden. James Harden, 7 years. Eric Gordon, 8. I did not know that Eric Gordon was 6'4". He's pretty tall. Iguodala. I mean, I'm just saying, if you can get 2 stars, you got all these people on the roster that you can trade. Of course, with picks and all of the other stuff that makes everything fun. Chris Kaman, center, 7-footer, unrestricted free agent, 35. We're trying to build something similar to like maybe the Boston team with Pierce, Garnett, Rondo, Ray Allen. They did it. Miami did it with Bosh, LeBron, and Wade. And Golden State did it by adding Durant, which now is the number 1 player in the league. It is his NBA. Number 1 player in the league. If you don't believe that, or that's not what you think, you didn't see the finals. Because he dominated. He dominated. He hit them buckets when everybody else was standing around. Durant come down the floor and hit his buckets. Like almost every time. He said, y'all can play 7 games in your backyard. I mean, the referees were in control of the 22 free throws that the Cavs took in Game 4. On their way to a mega half, 89 points or whatever it was. It doesn't matter. They're at home making plans. But guess what? They're all rich. So ain't no skin off their back. Yeah, we're going to try hard next year. We're going to get PG-13. Really? You should have got Melo. And you might have won. You should have got Carmelo Anthony. Why would you add Korver? See, Korver got exposed out of his Atlanta system. And then Deron Williams, we already knew what he was. Garbage. And Korver, he looked like garbage too. He can go on back to Atlanta. And Deron Williams can go sit on his estate. Because they're garbage. They better get the fuck out of here before somebody put them in there. The garbage can. The Lakers have everything they need. They got Magic running it. They got Pelinka. And that, I guess Luke Walton's a good coach. I don't have anything ill to say. He earned his way. He was a Laker. And they liked him. It's only obvious. And his daddy is quite entertaining. I listen to him anytime I see him. I stop, see what the hell he said. Because he gonna tell the truth. His daddy don't give a fuck. He don't. He always tells the truth. Now, the Warriors are going to have to do some magic to keep Durant and Curry, because they're both, Curry's going to get 209 and Durant's going to get $200 million. So, Iguodala's gone. Now he's 33, he's got 12 years. Shooting guard, shooting forward. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen him play shooting guard. But I mean, there are enough pieces that the Lakers can become dominant. I mean, CP3 was already supposed to be in Los Angeles. But they took care of that with that veto in the trade. And they said that the reason why was because the Hornets didn't have an owner. Whatever that means. So the NBA was in the best interest of whoever. I mean, they were supposed to get a whole team for CP3. But instead, he doesn't go to Los Angeles. He should already be there. I mean, the Paul George talk has been going on for a year plus. I mean, if you look in the media, he's got a lot of commercials. You know, he's got commercials like for people that make the playoffs. So that means they're trying to keep him in the eye because he's fixing to go somewhere. And going to Cleveland, that's like getting in a car. Somebody pull up in a 2-door car with 4 people in it and you climb in the back seat. Why? When you can call a dealership and they'll deliver you a car and you can ride in the air by yourself. Why would he go to Cleveland? That doesn't make any sense. Los Angeles is where it's at. Now, I don't know who's going to make it when they do the purge on the roster and start trading these people. Who knows who's going to stick around? But as I look at these salaries, there's not really a lot. You got Dang, 18 million. Moskov, 16 million. Jordan Clarkston, 12.5 million. And Nick Young is like 5.4. So those are and Brandon Ingram on his rookie contract at 5.2. And Black, 2 years in, 25 years old, 6 million. So, I mean, I don't see Dang or Moskov coming back. But we'll see. I'm not a GM. I'm just on the outside looking in. But I know that there's enough to make the Lakers competitive. I mean, when has the Lakers and the Knicks been bad at the same time? That's mismanagement. Dolan's out there doing whatever, being stalked by players because they're upset with their treatment as players and ex-players. And then you got fuck it up Phil sitting in the back messing everything else up, all on Carmelo. But since you brought Derrick Rose in, you ain't got shit to say about his magical David Blaine disappearing after practice ass motherfucker. And then you bring in Joakim Noah at 4 years, $72 million to be the mouthpiece for Derrick Rose. So when Rose don't talk or he's nowhere to be found, they can all huddle up around Joakim Noah and ask him. And then he'll just say, Derrick, he's fine and everything's fine and we gonna win. And then he gets popped for steroids or some sort of PED, then gets injured after getting popped for the PED. So you're no good to the team with your 3 points and your 3 rebounds at $72 million. Wow. Phil Jackson evaluating talent, bringing in. I mean, I don't understand. Did Derrick Rose say, I ain't coming if Joakim can't come? What the fuck? And then you just absolutely ineffective. Looks like somebody has been, as I like to say, exposed out of the system. The New York system, the pick and roll, they what the fuck? So I know that everybody is happy that mess is happening in New York and not here. You got Magic, you got Pelinka, you got the worldwide stage, which is Los Angeles, and the privilege of wearing the purple and gold. Could you just imagine? Because everybody was waiting, I guess, to see who was going to come on top with the Bus family being at each other's throats. But I mean, it's just like she kept her end of the bargain and she was rewarded handsomely, and they were run off, which they deserve to be. The Bus brothers. So, I think that I would trade the pick. I would trade the pick completely. I would not draft Ball. Trade the pick and go after Paul George. And then everything will become sunny in the city of Los Angeles, because then people are going to start to come in. And like I say, this guy already he can pick up the phone and call any one of these guys and say, hey, you want to come down here and play with PG-13? The Lakers got an opportunity to put it together quick. Like, put it together and be successful now. They can do it because they got the people to do it. But Pelinka is the secret weapon. He is. You know, looking at PG-13, his career stats: 448 games, 18 points a game, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Let's see, field goal percentage, 43%, 37 from 3, 85% from the free throw. And his PER is 18. Now, CP3, he's got 834 games in his career, 18 points, 4 rebounds, almost 10 assists at 9.9 for the career, 47% from the field, 37% from 3-point, and 86% from the free throw. Now we all know that CP3 is at work. He's a Taurus, May 6th. So I know he's focused. That he's got tunnel vision. He wants a ring. And the window is closing. I mean, you're going to have to break the window to get out of it now. The opening is so small for him. Like, you can get, part of your body out, but you're going to have to break this window to get completely out. I mean, LeBron could play anywhere. And I know he's not going to go to New York as long as Phil Jackson is there. And we don't see Phil going anywhere. He just read up his contract, so he's not going nowhere. Why? What was it, $12 million a year? Why would you leave? Dolan's going to cut the check. I'm going to cash it. It's just that simple. It's called the Phil Jackson theory. Stay here until fired. That's real simple. And I understand the aspect of security, finances, and stuff like that. You can't get a job making money and making poor decisions and not being productive and get a raise. It doesn't work like that in the real world, because sports is really entertainment. It's on television, so it's entertainment. The fact that you can go see it live is just a bonus. But it's entertainment. And you're paying top dollar for it. In the form of shoes, jerseys, tickets, paraphernalia, whatever. So, take it what it is. Entertainment. Sports entertainment. And it's like the only thing left on television that people are actually still watching. Sports. The last cable hurrah. I mean, why everything is on ESPN, I'll never know. The NBA, baseball, football, basketball, soccer, everything. I don't like ESPN. But the Lakers, they got a chance to be great soon, quick. Like I say, you got a couple of key people out there. Serge Ibaka, Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's salary last year was $20 million. Serge Ibaka, $12 million. Andre Iguodala, $11 million. And Nerlens Noel, $4 million. 23 years old. Iguodala, 33. Ibaka, 27. Blake Griffin, 28. All in their prime. I mean, we already know that Andre Iguodala is that man. We already know that he is that man. And Blake Griffin, I mean, where is he going to go? To New York? No. We're trying to get Porzingis out of there. And where is he going to go? To Oklahoma City? They can't afford him. They can't. It'll sure enough be just him and Westbrook, and that's how Westbrook plays anyway. I mean, now that you got the triple-double record, are you going to go after, like, the straight-up assist record? Are you going to give up some of that scoring and let somebody else score? I mean, if he comes back and tries to break that record, that'd be really selfish. I mean, Steven Adams is going to take a hit on his pay because he got out of the way so Westbrook could get the damn rebounds. I mean, hell, it's pretty hard to get 10 rebounds if you're the damn point guard. Maybe on NBA 2K17, but in a real NBA, you're going to come all the way down from the top of the key and get the rebound. Yeah, if Steven Adams holds everybody out of the way. Simple. So probably a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen there. Is he going to... What's going to happen? Is he going to go after that record again? So, I don't know where Blake Griffin would go. I mean, Los Angeles would be a great place too. You're already here. You're already a resident. And you'll be driving to the same location of work. Just putting on a different jersey on a different night with a different team, but in the same facility. It's a win, 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 win situation for Blake. Blake and PG-13. That sounds good too. It does. We need it right now, and they're gonna get it. I don't think they're gonna go after Ball. It's a waste of time. That's like a show and go. Nobody's got time for the daddy and all his mess. Then he'll want all of them to be drafted by the Lakers. This ain't the prep school, homie. Please, stop with the bullshit. Sit your ass down. I know that boy's gonna move out with the quickness if he ain't already moved out. Probably get a fucking house in another fucking state. So, that's what I think the Lakers should do, because I'd like to see them return to greatness sooner than later, and bypassing this experiment in the draft by getting someone that's proven. Let's trade this pick. I appreciate you listening. My name is Edward Randall, and this is Getting Rich Off Mondo. Thank you.